Yeah, I'll always be a metalhead. Nothing can take that away from me.
Right.
I mean, not jail, not people, not religion, not anything. I'll always be a metalhead, 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 metalhead. Leaves you all alive.
You're listening to the Great Metal Debate Podcast.
Welcome back, Metalheads, to another episode of the Great Metal Debate Podcast. I'm Xander, and today I'm here to tell you all about the brand new album from Austrian black and death metal tyrants, Belphegor. I have been a longtime fan of Belphegor since 2010, when I first heard the song Der Gest der Trevier from their Walpurgis Right X and One album. I remember seeing the pure acts of evil depicted in the music video and being instantly intrigued. Also, hearing the song in the band's native tongue made it sound that much more diabolical. I soon learned that the band speaks both Austrian and English. When I was a senior in high school, a friend of mine in my biology class had told me about the newest Belphegor album, which is really good, and that it was on sale at FYE for only $10. So that weekend, I purchased the album called Blood Magic Necromance. It was the first album that I ever owned by them, and the fact that all of their CDs have the most hideous album cover artwork makes it all that much better. I mean this as a major compliment when I say that Hillmoth has hands down the ugliest voice ever, which gives listeners the sinister atmosphere they seek. It's the reason I enjoyed them so much over the years. Just like most fans, many of us are torn between which black and death metal band is better, Behemoth or Belphegor. I guess we'll never know, but one thing I do know is that I was genuinely surprised on how amazing this new album, The Devils, is. First of all, when I found out that the name of the new album was called The Devils, I couldn't help but laugh, because it sounds so generic compared to what they usually do. Normally, Belphegor likes to make their album names sound more dark by saying them in Latin. The Devils, to me, sounds like the name of a sports team or a clan of villains in a Saturday morning cartoon. But don't let the name fool you, for this record is full of surprises. Many of the songs on here have a major change in pace that is different from what you are normally used to hearing from this group. A few months ago, when this band released their first two singles for the new record, I found myself slightly disappointed. I will go ahead and talk about them first. First, they released a re-recording of the 1997 song titled Blackest Sabbath. I heard the original, and I have to say that the re-recording is far superior because it has a better audio quality and sounds a lot more clear. The second single was a new track titled Virtus Acerina, Prayer. When I first heard this, I couldn't help but think, did they go soft? The answer is yes, but upon a second hearing of the song, I realized that it was better than I remembered. According to the website metalshockfinland.com, Hillmoth stated the following: "It stands for what Belphegor has always stood, liberty and the everlasting spiritual and bodily manifestation of carnal sin upon this rotten world." The album opens with the title track and someone saying, "The wrath of Satan has no mercy, repent," followed by a crushing blast beat from their drummer James Stewart, along with the heavily distorted guitars. Despite the generic Hail Satan type of lyrics, this song still manages to keep you invested for the whole 5 minutes. I think it's hilarious how in the middle of the song you clearly hear Hillmoth randomly say fuck. Totentanz' Dance Macabre has an audio clip beginning with a possessed woman screaming the words, "Deliver us from evil," but the rest of the song is very reminiscent of the song Bondage Goat Zombie, which is a classic Belphegor song. Longtime fans would enjoy this tune for sure. Glorifizierung des Teufels is my favorite song on this new album due to all the acoustic guitar parts with the dead-sounding voice of Hillmoth overlapping it. The music fluctuates from calm to heavy. I ordered a t-shirt for this song, and I should be receiving it in the mail soon. Something else that has a recurring theme on this album is the chanting. There seems to be a lot of it, but it never overstays its welcome. Damnation Hollandsters is yet another fantastic song that is sure to get your head bobbing with a rhythmic groove. The next song is the one I mentioned at the start of this review, and it's Virtus Acerina, Prayer. The song is about 90% chanting, and it's the reason I didn't like it when I first heard it, but it grew on me after a few listens. It's dark and truly haunting. Definitely give it a chance if you like that slow and scary type of metal. Kingdom of Cold Flesh picks up the pace again, and it sounds like it could have easily been on the Conjuring the Dead album. It's exactly what you should come to expect when listening to Belphegor. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Here is an old school and fast classic sounding Belphegor song with a Latin language song title, Ritus Incendium Diabolus. There isn't a whole lot I can say about this one, except this certainly has that mid-2000s feel about it, with a touch of the new chanting. It's a near flawless mix that will leave you feeling satisfied once you've heard it. There seems to be a brief little intermission track that is boring but short-lived. It's another slow chant with moderate electric guitar strumming and a woman singing in the background. The track is called Creature of Fire. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this one. In fact, I don't need to talk about this last track because it's that re-recording I mentioned earlier. Overall, I was quite impressed with this new release, as I overlooked its very minor flaws. There's pretty much nothing for me to complain about, as it is yet another solid Belphegor album. It's not their best, yet a ton of effort was put into this one. At least we didn't get any obnoxious scratching guitar riffs that sounds like a cat getting his tail stepped on. Baphomet. So I'm grateful for that. With all things considered, I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. You can find Belphegor's music anywhere, and you can order their merch from Nuclear Blast Records. You won't be able to order from their own personal online store until September 22nd, when their official website store reopens.